Do you often feel overwhelmed by the world around you? Does it seem like you're picking up on every little detail, every emotion, every subtle change in your environment? If so, you might be a highly sensitive person, or HSP for short. In this video, we're going to explore the truth about being highly sensitive, what it means, how it affects your life, and how you can use this trait to your advantage. Let's start by understanding what a highly sensitive person really is. Being an HSP isn't a disorder or a problem to be fixed. It's a natural trait that about 15 to 20% of the population has. HSPs have a more sensitive nervous system, which means they process sensory information more deeply than others. This can lead to both challenges and strengths in various aspects of life. So, what are some common traits of HSPs? Well, if you're highly sensitive, you might notice that you're easily affected by other people's moods and emotions. You might feel things very intensely, whether it's joy, sadness, or anger. You're likely to be very aware of subtle changes in your environment, like shifts in temperature or lighting. You might also need more time to process information and make decisions because you're considering every possible angle. But being highly sensitive isn't just about being easily overwhelmed. HSPs often have incredible strengths too. They tend to be very empathetic, creative, and intuitive. They notice details that others might miss, which can be a huge asset in many situations. HSPs are often described as deep thinkers who can see connections that others might overlook. Now let's talk about the science behind high sensitivity. Research has shown that the brains of HSPs actually function a bit differently from non-HSPs. When exposed to stimuli, HSPs show more activation in areas of the brain associated with awareness, empathy, and self-other processing. This means that HSPs are literally processing information more deeply at a neurological level. One study used functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, to look at brain activity in HSPs and non-HSPs. When shown images of both happy and sad faces, HSPs showed more activation in brain areas associated with empathy and emotional processing. This explains why HSPs often feel so in tune with others' emotions. Another interesting finding is that HSPs have more active mirror neurons. These are the brain cells responsible for our ability to understand and mirror others' actions and emotions. This heightened mirror neuron activity might explain why HSPs are often so good at picking up on subtle cues and understanding others' feelings. It's important to address some common misconceptions about HSPs. One big myth is that being highly sensitive means you're weak or overly emotional. This couldn't be further from the truth. Sensitivity is not weakness. It's simply a different way of processing information. HSPs can be just as strong and resilient as anyone else. In fact, their sensitivity often gives them unique strengths and insights. Another misconception is that HSPs are all introverts. While many HSPs do tend towards introversion, there are plenty of extroverted HSPs too. The key difference is that even extroverted HSPs need time to recharge after stimulating situations. Some people also think that being highly sensitive is the same as being shy or anxious. While HSPs might be more prone to anxiety in overstimulating situations, sensitivity itself is not the same as shyness or anxiety. Many HSPs are confident and outgoing, especially in environments where they feel comfortable. Now, let's look at how being an HSP can affect different areas of your life. In relationships, HSPs often bring a depth of understanding and empathy that can create strong, meaningful connections. They're often very attuned to their partner's needs and feelings. However, they might also need more reassurance and can be easily hurt by criticism or conflict. In the workplace, HSPs can excel in roles that require attention to detail, creativity, or empathy. They often make great counselors, artists, writers, or strategists. However, they might struggle in high pressure environments or places with a lot of noise or activity. It's important for HSPs to find work environments that suit their sensitive nature. In social situations, HSPs might feel overwhelmed in large groups or noisy settings. They often prefer deeper, one-on-one conversations to small talk. HSPs might need more time to themselves to recharge after social events. If you're an HSP, developing good coping strategies is crucial. Self-care is especially important for HSPs. This might include things like getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and regular exercise. HSPs often benefit from practices like meditation or yoga, which can help calm an overstimulated nervous system. Setting boundaries is another key skill for HSPs. It's okay to say no to activities or situations that you find overwhelming. You might need to limit your exposure to things like violent movies or news stories, or take breaks during busy social events. Creating a supportive environment can make a big difference for HSPs. This might mean having a quiet, comfortable space at home where you can retreat when you need to. It could also involve surrounding yourself with people who understand and respect your sensitivity. Now, let's talk about the gifts of being highly sensitive. HSPs often have a rich inner life and a deep appreciation for beauty, art, and nature. They tend to be very creative and can come up with unique solutions to problems. Their empathy and intuition can make them excellent friends, partners, and leaders. HSPs are often very conscientious and hardworking. They tend to notice details that others might miss, which can be a huge asset in many fields. Their ability to process information deeply can lead to profound insights and ideas. Many HSPs report feeling a strong connection to animals and nature. They might find that spending time outdoors or with pets is especially rewarding and rejuvenating. It's worth noting that many successful and influential people throughout history are thought to have been HSPs. While we can't diagnose historical figures, many displayed traits consistent with high sensitivity. These include artists like Vincent van Gogh and Frida Kahlo, scientists like Charles Darwin and Albert Einstein, and leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi. These individuals use their sensitivity to create powerful art, make groundbreaking discoveries, or lead important social movements. Their stories show that sensitivity, when understood and channeled effectively, can be a powerful force for creativity, innovation, and positive change. So, how can you thrive as an HSP? First, it's important to understand and accept your sensitivity. Recognize that it's a natural part of who you are, not something to be ashamed of or try to change. Learning about high sensitivity can help you understand yourself better and develop strategies that work for you. Using your sensitivity as an advantage is key. In your personal life, your empathy and depth of feeling can help you form strong, meaningful relationships. In your career, look for roles that allow you to use your strengths, such as your attention to detail, creativity, or ability to understand others. Learning to manage overstimulation is crucial for HSPs. This might involve creating a daily routine that includes quiet time, limiting your exposure to stressful situations, and learning techniques to calm yourself when you do feel overwhelmed. It's also important to communicate your needs to others. Many people aren't familiar with the concept of high sensitivity, so you might need to explain it to friends, family members, or colleagues. Helping them understand can lead to more support and understanding in your relationships. Developing a strong support system is vital for HSPs. This might include friends and family who understand and respect your sensitivity, as well as professionals like therapists or coaches who can help you navigate challenges. There are also many resources available for HSPs. Books like The Highly Sensitive Person by Elaine Aron can provide valuable insights and strategies. Online communities and support groups can connect you with other HSPs who understand what you're going through. As we wrap up, let's recap some key points about being a highly sensitive person. Remember, high sensitivity is a natural trait, not a flaw or weakness. It comes with both challenges and strengths. HSPs process information more deeply, which can lead to feeling overwhelmed but also to unique insights and abilities. Being an HSP can affect many areas of your life, from relationships to work to how you experience the world around you. Developing good coping strategies, setting boundaries, and creating a supportive environment are all important for HSPs. While being highly sensitive can be challenging at times, it also comes with many gifts. HSPs often have deep empathy, creativity, and intuition. Many successful and influential people throughout history have likely been HSPs. If you're an HSP, learning to understand and work with your sensitivity can help you thrive. This might involve finding work and relationships that suit your sensitive nature, developing self-care practices, and learning to use your sensitivity as a strength. Remember, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. In fact, the world needs sensitive people. Your ability to feel deeply, notice subtleties, and care intensely is a valuable gift. By understanding and accepting your sensitivity, you can learn to use it as a powerful tool for personal growth, creativity, and making a positive impact on the world around you. Whether you're an HSP yourself or you know someone who might be, we hope this video has helped you understand more about what it means to be highly sensitive. Remember, everyone's experience is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to keep learning, keep exploring, and keep finding ways to honor your sensitivity while living a full and satisfying life. Thank you for watching this video about the truth of being a highly sensitive person. We hope it's given you some valuable insights and ideas to think about. If you found this information helpful, please consider sharing it with others who might benefit. And remember, sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's a strength that, when understood and nurtured, can lead to a rich and meaningful life.